My name is Eric Simons.
Check the tire pressure and the tire tread.
And I'm going to change the oil.
I'm going to show you how to set up the air compressor to air up your tires. You pull down the sleeve and then you stick the chuck in and then you let go of the sleeve. I'm going to take off the hubcap to get to the valve stem. I'm going to take the valve stem cap off and stick the tire pressure gauge on the valve stem and see what the tire pressure is at. Gosh, our tire pressure is low. We're going to air the tires up now. All better now. I'm going to replace the cap. Okay, we're going to check the tire tread using a penny. And you're going to turn it upside down to where Lincoln's head is in the crack thingy. And if you can see the top of his head, then that's not good. This tire looks good. You need to find a jack point, and that will be found in your manual. Now that the car is jacked up, you can loosen the lug nuts using the four-way. After you take the lug nuts off, you can remove the tire. I'm gonna torque these lug nuts. Notice how I used a star pattern. Now we're going to lower the jack once we have the new tire installed. Just one moment while I whip this out.
Ta-da! We're going to change the oil. First step is to put the car up on the ramps. Now we are going to drain the oil pan. To drain the oil, you're going to need a wrench, a drain pan, and a sheet for the drippy oil. Alright, this is where the oil pan is. It's where the oil sits in your car. Before I loosen this though, this is where the oil will drain, so the pan will be right here with the sheet, and then we will begin the process draining the oil. The difference between the oil pan and the transmission fluid pan is the oil pan is bulged, kind of has a rounded shape to it, and this is much flatter and wider, so that's one way to tell the difference between which fluid you're going to drain, so that way you don't drain the wrong fluid. Now we're going to pull the plug by loosening it. Almost there. There we go. And now we are draining the oil. Right now I'm cleaning the plug because I currently just dropped it in the dirt. That is not what you want to do. Now I'm going to pop the hood to change the oil filter. Make sure you put the stop in correctly so that way the hood doesn't come down and smash in the head. The oil filter is on the front of this motor on this car. To take the oil filter off, you must thread it off. Now, it's loose, so we're going to untwist this one. Pull it out. Okay. Now, I'm going to dip my finger in the new oil that we got. I'm going to rub it all over the seal of the new oil filter. We'll get the new oil filter. Now, I'm going to install the new oil filter. Now, with the new oil filter installed, we can put the plug back in the pan. Now that it is drained, the oil is dripping off from the pan. So now we are going to insert the plug. Go. Now we tighten it down. Give it one more twist if we can. There we go. Now I'm going to wipe it off with the towel. There it is. Now we're going to fill the car with new oil, 1040 weight, and we're going to put it right here where it says engine oil. So we're going to take this cap off. Trusty sidekick, do we have a funnel? Or I guess we can just pour it in. Oil please, thank you. Alright, let's see how good my aiming skills are. Now that we have poured our new motor oil into the car, we'll put the cap back on. There we go. And there we go. There has been new motor oil placed in the car. Go. have successfully done an oil change. Okay. Now we dump the used motor oil into a jug to be properly disposed of. This is the end of our presentation. I'm Eric.
And I'm Kaylee.
Deuces.
You didn't introduce your.
Okay.
Roll it.
And I'm
Do you need that hard hat?
Hallelujah. Holy shit.
And it's out of here.
I'm gonna take the cap off the valve stem and stick this thing on and check with the air pressure.
The tire pressure gauge.
Once you finish taking the lug nuts off, you can remove the tire. Take it off then.
You know what you're gonna do though?
Now, dude. Now, since we took the fuel filter off, it leaked a
what?
little bit of